when I think about trust, I think about relationship, because you don't meet someone for the first time and suddenly you're like, oh yeah, like, I trust you so much, it really does take time to form that. And I think the same goes for like God. You really do have to get to know him before you can have trust in him. So I think honestly, the hardest thing for me, like the biggest struggle I've had with my faith is having questions. Like even after reading scripture, just maybe even looking at a verse and thinking, okay, I really don't understand this, or this doesn't seem to line up with like the way that I think, or like how it seems like it should be in my head, like how it seems like Christians should be in my head. But then I kind of had this turning point actually this year where I realized, okay, we aren't God, we will never have all the answers, like we can't even comprehend all the answers. So there will be times that I'm asking why and I'm not going to get the answer right now. But what we do know, even when we don't have the answers to those questions, is like who God is. That's like laid out for us clearly in scripture. So so we have to like trust in his nature and trust that he is the God that's like outlined for us in scripture, that he is loving, that he is just, that he is merciful. And I think that once you like submit yourself to that, that everything changes.
Yeah, it reminds me of something I was reading in a book called Trustful Surrender of Divine Providence. And one of the things that it says is that exactly what you're saying, like who God is when you see God clearly, it kind of realigns your perspective, because you're like, oh wait, he is the God of the universe.
Yes.
He created me, he created all of us, he is sustaining all. And because of that, I can trust and have complete peace.
And you're willing to take more risks because you're like, this is who we're talking about, and this is what he does, and this is what he stands for. So who cares if I quit my job? Because if he's telling me to quit my job, he's going to provide that much more for me than I could even imagine, right?
Yes, right.
So you're exactly right. All you need to know really is who he is, and that allows you to grow deeper and deeper and deeper, because the more you step out, the richer he fulfills you.
I recently watched the Billy Graham documentary on Netflix, and it was so good, and it just got me thinking, he was one person and he was so obedient to God, and look at literally the thousands and thousands of people that were impacted not only by him but by people whose lives that he touched, and it's just a domino effect. And if God could do that much good with using one person, what would happen if all of us were that obedient and stepped out that much in faith and let God truly lead us to all the amazing places he wants to take each of us? It's a little cheesy, I know, but
it's so true. I think I'm just naturally hard on myself, as we probably all in our own way struggle with. And he doesn't see us that way at all, right? And so it's so important to step into that vision of how he views us, and that allows us to sort of make choices that maybe we wouldn't normally take without his like sovereign power and grace taking over your life, right?